What if everyone you've ever met, every friend, every stranger, every teacher, coworker, crush, enemy, and even the barista who always spelled your name wrong was actually an actor in a sprawling, hyper-realistic simulation? And you were the only one not in on it? Imagine waking up one morning to a strange flicker in the world, like a glitch in your vision or a half-second of silence that stretches too long. Maybe your best friend pauses mid-sentence, eyes blank for just a blink. Or a street you've walked your whole life suddenly doesn't lead where it always has. At first, you shrug it off, a trick of the light, a lapse in memory. But then you start noticing more. Conversations feel rehearsed. Reactions a little too perfect. You catch people glancing at you when they think you're not looking, as if waiting for your cue. And one night, in the middle of a power outage, you overhear a neighbor say something into a walkie-talkie about Phase 4 beginning ahead of schedule. Subject is starting to suspect. That's when it hits you. This world, your world, is a stage, and you are the only unscripted character. The idea sounds absurd, like a conspiracy theory cooked up after one too many late-night YouTube binges. But think about it. What if your entire life was the centerpiece of a decades-long experiment? A simulated environment tailored to test your reactions, your emotions, your growth. Every conversation you've had, every heartbreak, every coincidence carefully choreographed by unseen hands. Maybe it started at birth, or maybe you were inserted later. Your memories seamlessly uploaded like files into a folder. The people around you, all performers. Some with recurring roles, your parents, your childhood best friend. Others just walk-ons for a single scene. The bus driver who told you a strange riddle. The stranger who bumped into you and muttered your full name. They weren't accidents. They were plot devices. And as the cracks begin to show, you realize the simulation is adapting, improvising to keep you immersed. When you push too hard for the truth, it pushes back, offering distractions, fabricating disasters, even crafting emotional blackmail in the form of heartfelt monologues from people you've known your entire life. Actors trying to keep the illusion alive. But let's stretch this further. What if this isn't just about you? What if the simulation isn't a punishment or a prank, but a test bed for something bigger? Maybe you're not the subject of entertainment, but of scientific study. An AI-reared human prototype. A psychological model for understanding how people form trust, fall in love, or rebel against perceived realities. Governments, corporations, or even post-singularity intelligences might be monitoring your every move to perfect the architecture of society. Or to see how long it takes a single conscious mind to question the script it's been fed. Maybe every time you took a new job or moved to a new city, the set around you transformed overnight, new buildings installed, extras briefed on your backstory, past memories rewritten in databases to account for continuity errors. Think about the technology required: ultra-realistic rendering, neural monitoring, quantum computation processing billions of sensory inputs, just to maintain the illusion of a breeze, a glance, a tear. The entire world. From city skylines to the freckles on someone's face, a simulation optimized to keep you believing you're free. And yet, what if you're not alone? What if there have been others, past subjects, who made it too far, too deep, and were quietly extracted or neutralized? Maybe urban legends, unexplained disappearances, or mysterious hermits living off-grid are remnants of those who saw too much. Perhaps the simulation doesn't delete them. It reassigns them, casts them as crazy uncles, eccentric loners, people you're subtly conditioned not to listen to. But now that you know, or think you know, what happens next? Do the actors break character? Does the simulation shift from nurturing to defensive? Would your best friend cry and beg you not to leave, even though their tears are just digital cues? Would the sky flicker and distort like a corrupted file if you tried to reach the edge of the map? Or, and here's the kicker, what if discovering the simulation was the point all along? A final level of the game designed not to trap you, but to set you free. If you pass the test. What if the whole world watches, not to mock, but to marvel, curious to see what someone truly free will do with their knowledge? Will you rage? Will you run? Or will you rewrite the script? Because if this is all an illusion, then nothing is fixed. The rules are yours to bend. Reality becomes clay in your hands, and suddenly, the actor becomes the author.